Well, hello, everyone. This is Wilson Cole with Adams, Evans, and Ross. And I'm joined here with my brand manager for all of our companies. I'm also the manager of ELOC Global. And Allie is our brand manager over at RSSM. And then also they do all the marketing for our sister companies, Adams, Evans, and Ross, and Backdoor Hires. And we're going to talk about kind of jump down into SEO for a minute, Allie. And I have been looking at these reports for the last year, and I understand intellectually, we're increasing, we're decreasing, we're moving, things on those lines. You gave an executive summary that last week explained it to me better than it has ever been explained before. So I'm going to hush. And I want you to kind of share the report so when our clients that we're doing SEO for over on the magazine side start getting these reports, see them, they know what to expect. But also anybody that is doing SEO, where that traffic comes from is key because you're going to treat that traffic slightly different depending on the resources. So go ahead and give us the overview on it.
Okay, let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay, can you see it over on your end?
I do see it there. This is on our July 2019 staffing debt report. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to this little table because I feel like this lays it out the easiest, at least for the way my brain works. And just go over the different types of traffic. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, yay, our traffic's increasing, but what does that mean? Like, we know more people are coming to us, but we don't really understand what the different avenues are. So first is direct. And this is someone goes and types in staffingdebt.com and they come directly to your site. So they already know who you are, what you're doing, and they want to work with you, no questions asked. And that's we saw an increase in that. And then organic traffic is how people are typing in staffing and recruiting debt collections or different keywords, and we come up for that. And they find us organically in a Google search. Now, we don't have any paid going right now, but if we had a paid campaign right now, this would be that would be paid versus organic. So there's a distinction there that I feel like a lot of people tend to miss because it's like, oh, they're both coming from Google. Well, one, you're having to pay to get to the top. The other is naturally.
You're already at the top. So basically on that, and not to say that paid traffic is bad, as a general rule, we don't do paid traffic because we spend so much time working on getting to the top of the list. And so this 113 folks that came through there were basically us being at the top of Google organically by our own keyword searches and things on those lines.
Yes. And then referral traffic is other people having your link on their website and someone ending up back at yours. So I'm sure we've all been on some blog, like if we're looking at recipes and you're like, oh, like this pie recipe looks so good, but I need to learn how to make the crust. And they have a link of how to make the crust. You're going to go down that rabbit hole and go on the other website. That's pretty much what's going on here in a really simplistic way. And then lastly, social. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of your social platforms. How many people are coming off of that?
Okay, so basically we're having 450 folks that know who we are. They're wanting to go out to our website, and so they enter in 450. Now, I know why we've seen that 24% increase because we are doing a telemarketing campaign, which we have talked about before in the past, where they're actually going to a landing page where they register. But my assumption is they're also clicking off of that email that they get and they're going directly to our homepage. Organic is good because what this means, in my opinion, is 113 people that were going to go to our competitors, we snagged them first. And that is key. On the other, I'm assuming that's just where they say, hey, you got 44 folks. We're not real sure where it came from, or it came from a group of other sources that are too small to categorize by themselves. And then the social, we are putting a lot of time, energy, and effort into social. And some of that may actually even be paid traffic or remarketing traffic, to where, if somebody lands on our website, we put a pixel to where we start showing up in their Facebook. We start showing up in other parts of the web. And that also very well, maybe those other banner ads as well. So now we're going to treat somebody that comes to us from a remarketing logo slightly different than if somebody were to just pull us up organically. And that's another whole subset in another discussion that we'll have next week and the week over, is how you treat when folks come in here, whether they're cold traffic, warm traffic, or somewhere in between. So this is also, keep in mind, and we've had discussions with Allie before, Allie and them use different techniques to bring the right kind of people into our website. So we're just not casting out there and saying anybody that's searching for collections comes to Adams, Evans, and Ross. We want them searching specifically for staffing or recruiting collections, to where we're not having to allocate resources and staff to tell people that we can't help them with their business. So you can have better numbers, but if it's the wrong type of business, all you've done is create a lot of work for yourself on screening prospects. We kind of screen them with our keyword search. Allie, in closing on these keyword searches, what would you share with the viewers of this video?
I think the most important thing is don't overthink it. People tend to get these reports and get really overfaced by them. They're really a lot more simple than people want them to be. If you get tripped up on a definition, you can go and Google what this means, and there are plenty of other resources if you forgot or you just want a refresher. So I would highly recommend not thinking too much about exactly the definitions, and it's a lot more simple than a lot of people think it is.
It is simple, but it also has to be simply applied, because a lot of people will say, you know what, I'm doing a lot of advertising on Facebook, or I'm doing a lot of advertising. Is it working? This report clearly tells you if it's working, if it's not working, and where those new leads are coming from. So I agree with you 100% there. When you explained it to me in the simple terms of direct, they just entered in your account, the other, it worked that way. So that, like I said, it helped me identify, and I could see, hey, here's what we're doing over here. That's where that's showing up. Here's what we're doing here, and that's where it's showing up. Because if you're getting more leads from social on folks that are coming to you a little warmer, then you can enact those plans. So I want to dig down in our next episode to where we break down specifically how we treat each of those traffic resources that come through and the systems that we have on the backside to where people can implement it. If you guys want Allie and them to track this stuff for you, you can certainly email her, Allie, A-L-L-Y, at elocglobal.com. If you see what she's done with Adams, Evans, and Ross Backdoor Hire and RSSM, what she and her team have done, and you say, you know what, I'd love to be in that, be positioned that same way. It's literally a few $100s to sign up and use Allie's team, and the results are, in my opinion, very remarkable. Allie, as always, I appreciate you joining me. Any last words before we sign off?
I think I've said all I needed to say.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.